Hello for the 22nd week, or Sunday in Ordinary Time, choosing the Gospel and the first reading. I remember as a kid, before supper, before we all sat down and prayed, we did before, never after, we were expected to wash our hands. And so we five kids, especially the boys, especially Dick and Larry, we'd be outside, we'd rush in at the last minute when everybody's about ready to eat, waiting for us, and we get to the table and my dad would say, "Oh, did you wash your hands?" Well, they're clean. Did you wash your hands? Get right upstairs to the sink, wash your hands. We're waiting for you to pray. Shh, there you go. It was a big deal. Oh, in my head, it wasn't a big deal. Dirty hands. Well, I think that's sort of very important. But when my dad said, "Go wash your hands," it was one of the 10 commandments. Honor your father and mother. And we did. And we washed our hands. And then we ate supper together. Moses gives the commands, really. He tells the Jewish people about the law. And he says, look, all the parts of the law are important. The statutes, the decrees. Observe them carefully. And you'll be okay. And the Lord will be pleased with you. Observe them carefully, even the smallest. Well, we deal with some of the smallest in the readings today. Wash your hands before you eat your meal. That's what the Jews did, and we're called to do, even in the smallest. Oh, other things. Wash, purify cups and jugs and kettles. Purify the beds. That'd be an interesting thing to talk about. But today we're talking about washing your hands and some of the smallest. And how the Pharisees and the scribes, they could find the smallest thing that you did wrong and then sort of pick on you or show you that you're sort of not too good. This, when they said, your disciples, they don't even wash their hands when they come and eat. This ticked off Jesus, or set off Jesus. And he said, you scribes and you Pharisees, you don't observe the main part of the law. You just pick on small things, like washing the hands, or cups, or jugs, or kettles, or beds. And he says, you must look inside. It's from inside where the evil comes. You honor without your heart. You need to honor and worship with your hearts, not just your lips. Not just with human insights, but with the law, the divine insights. You scribes and Pharisees, Jesus was not a happy camper. You disregard God's commands and you substitute them with your own human precepts. Don't forget, evil comes from within, so does goodness. What really counts is within, from your heart. Honor, worship with your heart first, and the outside will be fine. Then Jesus gives a big list of the evil that comes from the heart. Evil thoughts, unchastity, theft, murder, adultery, greed, deceit, licentiousness, envy, blasphemy, arrogance, folly. All these come from within, and that's what really defiles. Well, let's look at two things. There's one thing where I agree totally with the National Rifle Association. Guns do not kill. People do. What is inside the heart leads the person to take the gun and shoot the people. I think we need to take care of guns in our society, but I agree with the NRA on that one. Guns do not kill, people do. Pedophilia, we've been talking about last month now. That comes from disease which is within. Only with the disease do you do such terrible, evil things. That's what I think Jesus is trying to say. We need this also, and we need to take this to heart. What if inside I felt that all people had great dignity? That all people were created in the image and likeness of God, black and white, homosexual, heterosexual, rich and poor, sick and healthy, and they had great dignity. I really felt that in my heart. The outside of my actions would be terribly different. What if I felt that all people like myself, all people need to be forgiven? We would forgive all people. That all people need a country, need a job, need to be loved, need to be respected. If we really believe that in our heart, it would come out outside in our society, in our community, into our families. So don't just blame other people like the Pharisees or the scribes. Get inside the heart. Get inside the head. Get inside the attitude, which is internal. Only then will the outside be beautiful. Two other times I think Christ talked about the inside and outside. And one was, he says, you people, you have nice cups and you shine them on the outside and you make them spark on the outside. But inside the cup there is rust and corruption and dirt and filth. Inside, outside. The other people said, your graves, you have beautiful stones on these graves. Flowers around. They look gorgeous. But deep down, there's a rotten body. The inside and the outside. In this case, the up and the down, or the above and below. Point is simple, I think. Take it to heart. First, change the inside, the attitude, like John the Baptist cried out. Change your heart, change your mind, and the outside will take care of itself. Wouldn't the world approve unbelievably if we really believed this and had those wise insights into reality? It'd be a new world. And at least with you, or at least with me, if we believe that, it will be a little better world. Our contribution to the coming of the kingdom of God. Have a good day.